going to read a book called Storm Chaser, okay? So this book, do you know anything about storm chasers?
Never heard of it.
Okay, so storm chasers are people that kind of chase storms. Usually they chase tornadoes. Okay, so this is a story, but there's also information. So we're going to learn in here, but it's also information. So our main characters are Dad and Emily. Okay, so the whole story is just Dad and Emily. So you only have two characters to deal with. And Dad and Emily are actually going to chase storms. Okay, so we're going to learn.
Why do you chase storms?
Well, we'll find that out. Okay, that's a great question. So the whole book kind of takes place
at a campsite?
In an area, not really a campsite. It kind of takes place in an open area. And these are called probes on this page. And we're going to find out what probes do. So you'll see the word probes. Can you find it on this page? Probes. Yeah, so when Dad gets the probes in place, we scramble back inside the van. Let's get out of here, Dad yells, because they're in a tornado, okay? So they're in a tornado, and we're going to find out what it means to be a storm chaser. All right? So we're going to read this together, okay? We're going to read this together. I'll read the first page, and then you can start with the second page.
Okay.
See that, Emily? Dad opens his window and points to a monster cloud. That's a tornado forming. Really? I gulp. I should be used to the T word by now. Dad and I have been looking for tornadoes all week, but now I can't stop looking at that cloud. So go ahead.
Dad opened his window and hugs his and hangs his head out and hangs his head out. He
So what are you wondering? What are you thinking?
I was reading ahead a little.
Okay. So you use a strategy, yeah. So are you stuck on this word?
Yeah.
Okay, so you read on. What other strategy have you tried?
I haven't tried any other yet.
Mm-hmm. What other strategy would you try?
Searches. Search. I know what search.
Try it in there.
He searches the sky.
Does that make sense for him to search the sky? Yeah. So what the strategy you used was you broke it into parts. And then what you should do is then go back and reread it and try it in there right away. Okay, so he searches the sky.
Dad opens his window and hangs his head out.
Get it started. He
searched the sky. Then he pointed to a field. I know the tornadoes are twists.
So first of all, what is the author trying to tell us there? At least you know that. Or tornadoes or. So what is the author trying to tell us there? Even if you don't know that word, what is he trying to tell us?
He's trying to tell us tornadoes. He's trying to tell us about tornadoes and something else.
Or another name for it, right? Tornadoes or twisters.
I don't like to call it twisters. Sometimes I like to call it the whooshy whoosh.
That's funny. They call it tornadoes or twisters, and you have another name. So go ahead and reread. Not the whole thing. Start here.
Okay. I know that tornadoes or twisters are just fast fields.
What is this word?
Fun.
Fun. eel, now try to be flexible. Fun, L, funnel, funnel,
Funnel.
funnel-shaped gust of air. So another strategy that you want to try is when you said fun eel, you got to be flexible. Fun L, you want to be flexible with that vowel and try it a couple different ways, okay?
Okay.
But I also know that they can be really destructive. I've
I know.
seen pictures of the damage tornadoes can do once they hit the ground. All right, you start there.
Can I tell you something?
Just go ahead.
Okay. But Dad loves tornadoes. He started. He's
So you know it wasn't started, right? Is that why you went back? Okay.
yes.
So it doesn't always work to read on, right? Okay, so you got it started. He, and go up to that vowel. He stood,
It stood.
say it,
Said
studies the,
weather
yeah.
for a living.
Do you know what that means? He studies the weather for a living?
Yeah, I know.
What?
Basically, it's like something that they do a lot.
Yeah, he does it for his job. It's his job to study the weather.
My mom's job is to unwrap cheese.
Okay, so each June he heads out.
Searching for the kinds of storms that make tornadoes.
Okay, I have a question for you. When I was pointing, was it easier for you to read?
Yeah.
How come you don't point?
I don't know, it just doesn't feel right when I point.
But you attended the print better, so it might be a strategy you want to try. Okay, go ahead.
The most important part of
Now be flexible. You said chasing. Now be flexible. Chasing.
I forgot.
It's not about forgetting. Use the strategy. Reading isn't about forgetting. So the most important part of chasing
Funnel cloud.
Yep, see what you have to do? You got to get your finger in there and show those parts. So keep your finger in there. It helps you, Brooklyn.
Funnel cloud. Dad yells, it makes sure that
Is making
sure that you don't get captured.
Try it.
Is making sure that you don't get captured in it.
Makes sense, but I don't think it looks like captured. So what would another word be? Instead of captured, you don't get,
Catch.
or caught in it. Catched is the other tense. This is caught in it because this stuff already happened, okay? I nod and swallow hard. Dad
Yeah.
sees the fear in my eyes and grins. It's okay, Emily. We'll just put the probes in place, snap some pictures, and be on our way. Yeah, Dad, sure. ...
It's probably because she knows she's lying.
Yeah, all right, let's see.
My dad lies to me all
Okay, let's focus on this, Brooklyn.
the van.
What are you thinking? Do you know what part of speech this is? Is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective? What is it? Be flexible. You said skied. What's the other sound it makes? I. Skids to a stop. This is okay, this is a verb. This is the action. So the van skid to a stop. What do you think that means?
I think it means like suddenly.
Yeah, he suddenly skidded. It suddenly stopped. Yeah. So at least you know the van was doing something. You need to know that right after noun, a lot of times it's a verb. Okay? It's another strategy you can use as a reader. Dad jumps out. I follow with the camera and start clicking away. Start here.
My hands quivered so much that the photos were blurry.
Were or
Are blurry.
yeah. All right, so a couple things to think about as a reader that I noticed today. We got to work on flexibility, right? Being flexible with that vowel. You've heard that before. The other thing to think about is sometimes when we're stuck, that word after it is a verb, right? So that verb, knowing the action, that it's the action, it's something the van did, even if you don't know what the word is, right? So flexibility and understanding that sentence structure will really help you, okay?
What made me know that was quivered?
Yeah, tell me how you knew that.
I know that it was quivered because I've seen it in other books, and my parents are teaching me with my spelling a little, so
You've used that word before, so you use your
I
background, yeah.
I see quiv,
Yeah, that's good. You're
and
seeing,
then I see
yeah, good. And that's what you want to do. You saw quiv, right? And that's what you want to do too. You want to break it in the spots like funnel. When we saw funnel earlier, okay?